So I had an awesome notification today. Somebody joined my Dragon God tier in Patreon, which is the first time ever. So thank you so much to Red Hawk for doing that. And Red Hawk has earned a couple of awesome perks. I'm going to give him a couple of custom videos because he's the first to join that tier. It's so awesome. So today we're looking at Helga, and it's a cool one because he's given me his deck list. So I'm going to take his deck list and do my tweaks to it, which is something I really love doing. I love to see how we can kind of come together to formulate a strategy using some of his card picks and my card picks. And Red Hawk, you'll get your second video later on, but I'll focus on this one now. So I hope everyone enjoys Helga from Bloomborough. It's a really cool commander. So let's see what we can do for it. And thank you once again for joining. If you'd like to join yourself, check out the details below. The upper tiers on Patreon do give you a custom video of yourself. For yourself as well. So take a look at the details, and thank you so much for everyone who has been part of donating to the channel and supported me. Oh, it's very humbling. Thank you. Okay, so this is the list that Red Hawk sent me. This is the Moxfield list. I've basically uploaded it to my Arena account, and I can already see some really awesome things. And you can already see there's a few things that I haven't got unlocked. But let's have a quick look at Helga just to see what she does. So 3 mana 1/3. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 4 or greater, you draw a card, gain a life, and put a counter on Helga. Skittish Seer, then you can tap, add X mana of any one color where X is Helga's power. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells with mana value 4 or greater, or creature spells with X. My goodness, this does a lot. This is like Tulane 2, but Tulane costs 5 mana. Very, very similar, but very, very cool. I find it hard to believe how a frog is as powerful. So there's a few things that do strike me that make my OCD twitch just a little bit, because I like to have 40 lands. There's 38 here. So I think what I might do is take away some of the cards that make me feel sad in real life. And you can already see that my cursor is going towards the Crate Hoof. Now, out of principle, I want to not ever craft Crate Hoof Behemoth, because it makes me... It actually gives me PTSD. So I will say goodbye to Crate Hoof Behemoth, and I will actually add... How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got all the 1-drops for adding green, but I do not see an Esper Sentinel. So I absolutely love that in the 1-drop section. So we've got Esper Sentinel there. And so I kind of want to add 2 lands in. So instead of... Oh, what should we do? I think Last March of the Ents is just so absurd. It's just so absurd. So, annoyingly, you have to craft it up here. You can't just right-click on the card in your deck. Why can't I? Okay, not collected. Right, you know what? I've got a few mythics. I'll craft it. There's some cards that I just avoided before because it's really broken, this card, but 8 mana is still a lot. But you know what? I want to keep some of the original intent. So we'll keep that in. Tooth and Nail. That's a rare. How many spare rares do I have? I've got 5. Fine. We'll unlock that Tooth and Nail as well. So Red Hawk, I do want to keep it as close as I possibly can. Apologies if I'm getting rid of any of your favourite cards. I'm so sorry, Crate Hoof is one of your favourite cards. Primeval Titan, that is just broken, isn't it? So we'll go for that. I do want to eventually get all the Titans anyway, so I'm gonna just unlock some of these. It's just a lot of mythic wild cards that you have to spend, and it stings, but it's worth it for these power levels. So I'm kind of happy with the top end. In terms of these Solitude and Subtlety, I do like these, but I don't like the idea of losing a card to cast it. That's not appealing. I mean, I know they're really great. They are really, really, really great. But it's 2 more mythics that I could save for Legends. Oh, does it sting to not add them? I think what I'll do for now, I won't add them for now. But they probably, if you've got them unlocked already, I would say 100% keep them in your build. But for now, I just want to add some, just a few more lands. And there's there's a very good reason for that. When you have fewer than 40 lands in Arena, the shuffler is very, very cruel. It's very, very cruel. So we'll quickly look at those lands in a sec. What I like to do is just look, filter by the lands and go mythic and rare. And then we'll see what we're missing. And we'll go over some of the logic in a bit. I just like to have the duels. So we got the Sea Chrome Coast, that probably needs to go in. I'll add the temples, anything that's the checklands. There seems to be a random mash of stuff that isn't in for my logic. For my logic anyway. So yeah, I like to have the slow checklands and then the fast lands. They're really good. Tap lands are a bit less appealing. The Skylands are nice. I really like those. Fast lands. I don't like the MDFC lands in 3-color because it just feels like you might as well have a duel. Dreamroot Cascade, Scryland, and I don't like the Pain lands either because there's so many good other duels. And what else? Cavern of Souls is okay. Fabled Passage, some fetches, Delta, Tarn, and Foothills, Verdant Catacombs. Okay, so now we see how many lands we have in the deck after adding that. So we've got 46. We need to take out 6. Now, this is going to seem really weird, but trust me on this one. I know the weighting of cards in Arena, and by having certain lands in the deck, it increases your matchups against certain decks. So I know for a fact these Kamigawa Neon Dynasty lands increase the weighting of your deck a bit too much, and I don't find it that great anyway, so I'm going to take that out. The same for Otawara, and to be honest, Beseiju, any of those Neon Dynasty Kamigawa lands just increase the weighting just a little bit too much for my liking, and I'm already facing Italis and Ruskos all the time anyway. I'm happy to leave the Mystic Sanctuary in. And Dust Bowl is cheeky, so we're going for a land destruction theme. I think that's part of the deck. That's fine. We'll keep that in. Prismatic Vista, not too worried about that. Verdant Catacombs. You know what? I'll unlock that because I would like to get one of each fetch anyway. So that's fine. I like to unlock stuff that I know I will use across many, many different decks. So that's definitely coming in. So how many have we got now? We've got 42. Okay, we're almost there for the lands. Once the lands are sorted, I'll be satisfied. So we'll just drop a forest, drop a plains, and now we have symmetry across the board, 3-3-3. And I know the Kamigawa lands are really great. I know they're fantastic, but in this weird digital game, you just have to game the system a bit, and they're not as integral in the 3-color anyway, because I'd rather optimize getting, fetches into Surveil lands. I think that's a lot more important, having those in, and the scries. So I think we're already looking pretty good here. So how many have we got left? 3 rares, 5 mythics. I don't want to spend them all, remember. Force Cultivator. I like the logic of why this is in the deck, but mythic feels rough for a land ramp. I think I'm less excited to have this in the deck because it just gets a land into play, and we've already got 40 lands now, which has already increased the number of lands, and we've got a lot of mana dorks. So I'm going to take that out, and then what I'll do is I'm going to add another green source that adds a mana from the deck, which people probably don't realize, which is take rares and mythics off. This is a really nice one. Glimpse the Core just gets a forest into play. Now we only have 3 forests, but it's just really nice to get another one. Now if we turn these into snowlands, we can go for Snow Library. So you go into the north, which I think is incredibly good for 2 mana. So bear with me as I take away these beautiful. Trust me, it kills me inside. It kills inside. These are my favorite lands. So we're going to take those away. So you're seeing part of the process here, how I work, which some of you might find interesting. take the colours off. Then we put in snow and white, blue, green. I wish there was a faster way to do that, but sadly, because it's a different land type, that is the fastest way to delete and then re-add. So we've got those 3 of each now, so 40 lands, beautiful. So my OCD is strong with this one. So I still think the core of the deck is pretty good. Mythweaver Pock. Oh my god, we're gonna have Helga. We're gonna have Helga anyway, aren't we? We're gonna have Helga anyway. So I've got one extra thing. Another creature gains protection from the card type of your choice. Card type of your choice? That's kind of interesting. But then, wouldn't it just be better to have that core girl? Protection. Giver of Runes? I think Giver of Runes is actually more efficient than Pippin, especially in the 3-color deck, wouldn't you say? So Giver of Runes gives you protection, another thing of protection from colorless or from the color of your choice. Pippin gives another thing, pretty much worded same, different. Let's reduce that, so one slot is a bit better. And we are 1 card off. Now I know the reason why Sink into Stupor is in here. But it's an MDFC, which I think this went into consideration when building the 38 land card base. But again, I think it's a bit suboptimal in a 3-color deck because blue, and we don't really need it. I don't think. I think I'm happy to go with these. We don't have the 1-mana exile spell either. I think there's a few staples that are almost 100% necessary. Fragment Reality is it's just too good to not have in the deck. And then we also have, I forget the wording of these cards. I know what they do. Destroy creature, 2-mana rare. Can you name it before I find it? So we've got Fateful Absence as well, which is just way too good to not include. So I really hope this is keeping the deck close to the original vision. It's just a few pieces here and there. I mean, Archdruid's Charm doesn't really synergize too well with the deck anyway. I mean, it does exile stuff, but again, the issue that I feel like a lot of people don't realize with triple mana decks is it's really difficult to get triple of a same color out in 3-color. Now, you think about the logic. With this card, let's say you want to cast it on curve, you're assuming that every single turn you're dropping a green X land. And what are the odds of that in a deck that has all these duels? You know, it's really quite unlikely. So sadly, I will drop that just to make it easier to cast spells. And Flowering is kind of nice. Planar Genesis, Dovin's Veto. And I think I'm actually going to drop the Signet. Number one, I've got this thing where if I have green decks, Signets and rocks are actually a hell of a lot worse because they're killable rocks, right? But cards like Into the North, which puts the land directly into play, it's almost like an Arcane Signet that you can't interact with. And unless your commander has synergy with artifacts, there's kind of no point in having these because it just actually makes the deck weaker. Now, I didn't tell you that, but that is my Josh hot tip of the day, honestly. Any green deck does not need artifacts to ramp because it's just so risky. They get killed so much. So here we go, Redhawk. I think we're here. 40 lands. We've got a more aggressive 1-mana curve, adding the Giver of Runes and the Esper Sentinel and the Fragment Reality, which adds a bit more oomph to your deck. And especially when we're facing against Ragavan, we need something to kill that because there's not that much removal. Adding the Get Lost, taking away a few things here and there. Our top end is absolutely broken and it's just so powerful. So I hope this goes along to your vision and I hope it doesn't insult you by taking these things out. But yeah, I think we've come to a nice place here and I'm going to give this a few games and I'll probably make a few tweaks as I go along and I'll tell you all in the comments. But yeah, if you want to get your own deck analysis, your own video, as I said in the intro, follow the links below. You can check out my Patreon, my Ko-fi, donate, and you get a custom video of your choice. So let's go, Red Hawk. Let's see how we do today. All right, then. So going up against Look at Buzz Godfarrow. We already know this is going to be a tough matchup from the commander. He's such a popular one. I mean, I know that I love Buzz as well. It's just there's a lot of powerful commanders out there, so it's just a shame we keep seeing the same ones. Client's been a bit laggy today. I think we go for... What do we go for? Green. Green, white. And then we'll go for the halfling. Okay. So that means turn to Helga. Potentially. We'll see how we get on. So Helga's basically a big ramper. So because we've used the Delightful Halfling, it means that legends can't be countered. So let's see what they do. I would love it if they tried to counter it here. It would be fantastic. A lot of people don't realise. No, okay, they're just going to go for that. If they kill the Helga, I will be very sad. Arcane Signet. Wow. Okay. So what if we go give her runes and then you charm? Oh boy. It's already looking pretty crazy. Now obviously if they have something like a board wipe in their hand, it's absolutely going to wreck us. I think the Yashan's pretty nice as well to stop certain effects. Midnight Clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Valky is going to steal the Ulamog temporarily. Interesting. I'm just glad they don't have the mana to actually use that. I guess let's use the Planar Genesis here. Oh, okay. So pretty good for our first game, I have to say. We didn't even get to see what was going on. Although, strangely, I suppose they saw the Fateful Absence and they knew from there that we could kill the bonus. But yeah, my god, Helga seems pretty crazy, actually. The fact it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, that is crazy. I can't really say no to this, can I? Lotus Cobra with 2 fetch lands. Blimey. Although saying that, I probably want to go with a fetch first just to get one of them out of the way and maybe a tri land or a scry or something. A surveil, should I say. Oh, I don't know why the client's so laggy. Sunfall, that can go in the bin for now. I really love this Commander Red Hawk. It's so good. It's so good. And I'm not lying to you. I literally, after playing the first game, I went on eBay and bought one for $4. Or £4, should I say. And I feel like you're onto something here, because this was the cheapest one I could find on eBay, and all the rest were like £7. So I definitely feel like people are catching on, and I think in a few weeks or months or whatever, it's going to turn out to be years, it's going to turn out to be very expensive, because I feel like this might actually be better than Chilane. It might actually be better than Chilane. Because it's so crazy. Actually, I don't get excited that often, but my god, I love it. You know, there's something better than me creating videos with commanders. It's you guys giving me stuff like this to choose, to make. Because it feels a lot more collaborative. I love that. Absolutely love it. Let's go for Sareth. Give a bit of hexproof. Are they going to counter this? Reprieve. I had a feeling. I probably should have gone for the Sentinel first, shouldn't I? But you know what? It does mean that the Philia isn't down, so that's fine. Yeah, if I'd gone for Sentinel first... Oh, they're going to exile our guy. That's annoying as hell. Especially when they have the Philia. Have they got a 0 mana spell? Because priority keeps getting passed to them. It's a bit strange. What is going on here? Do they have a... Like, why do they have priority at all? Strange. I don't really understand. Unless they've got something in their hand at 0 mana, like one of those evoke cards. If they flicker this, that's going to be really irritating as well. Thraben Inspector. Okay. I really wish I had to start with that, because the hexproof would have been incredible. I felt this is going to be an annoying game. And it's mono white, believe it or not. Swords. Okay, that's nice. So they're going to get rid of it to draw a card. Okay. But the thing is, they've got the bloody Philia with the exile, haven't they? So they're just going to exile our stuff over and over again. And they're going to have removal here as well. They did have the Solitude. Jesus. Bloody hell, that's annoying. That's so annoying. No way. And they're going to do it twice. That is so goddamn brutal. And it stays because it just returns as an unevoked creature. That is so broken. I think I'm just going to quit this. Unbelievable. Yep, I'm going to quit. That is just... Oh my god, that actually makes me want to say swear words that don't exist. Oh, that's so annoying. Alright, let's keep this. Birds of Paradise. Lotus Cobra looks good. Shame we had to go for the... Fetch. Green. Blue. So then we have all the colours available. Yeah, turn 2 Helga is going to be nice, but they have 5 colours in Kenrith, so who knows what direction they go in. There's so many different builds of Kenrith, and they're all very strong. They've got 2 mana up. So maybe we just go for Cobra first. Wow. No counters. Okay. So interesting. They're gonna kill it. They had the removal. Expected. To be honest though, I don't know about you guys, but if they had that, why didn't they just get rid of the birds? Because killing the birds would have 100% meant we couldn't have gone for the Helga there. But instead I guess they would rather risk it. You shitting me? Tails End. They just can't resist, can they? They just can't resist. Okay. So far, this looks pretty original. The File of Galadriel. Thinking of using the Dust Bowl at this point. Land is perfect. Let's see what happens. Suck on it. Oh, funny. Hey man, if they want to play CDH, go for it. We can do this in their turn as well. Well, let's see. I'm just going to be an absolute dick and just counter all their stuff and or destroy all their lands. Like, if we keep getting lands, I'll keep doing it. This is so busted. No. No, thank you. Anything else? Jeez. That hand. Prime removal encounter. Virtue of Persistence. God damn it. That's literally 4 removal spells in the hand. That's crazy. Right, okay, let's see Have they got something? Jeez, no way have they got something else. Are you shitting me, man? What kind of a hand is this? That is actually unbelievable. I'm kind of in disbelief by that hand. We can use the swords in their turn. Jeez. Rusk. Bloody hell. I honestly don't know what this is, guys. This is like Sweat Central. Okay. Are we going to be able to stop these guys? It's going to be tough, I'll tell you that. Vorinclex on top. Sadly, we can't cast Vorinclex on top. I'll tell you what, the Vorinclex is going to be good next turn if they don't go for Kenrith. The thing I'm more annoyed about is their Virtue of Persistence if they get to cast that. Vanquish the Horde. Oh my goodness gracious, and she doesn't die. Of course not. So their hand was literally exile, counter, destroy, counter, destroy. Jesus. Unless we get some lands here. Ooh, some special ones as well. Solemn. So I guess we can work our way up to last march of the end. I'm not going to guarantee it's going to land, but if it does, it's going to be nice. So they're saying that I probably should have got an untapped land source there, shouldn't I? Kenrith. No mana up, thank goodness. So we can kill Kenrith with the Fateful Absence. Okay. These battles are really crazy. At this power level, it feels so brutal. So if we get a land next turn, we may just win the game. Down to 16. 3, 4, 5. As if we have the Rusko as well. Jesus. The fact they're not hitting many land drops is interesting. It makes me wonder how many they're actually running. And this is why I always like to have 40. And they keep shocking these beautiful full art blooming hell. Just realised how amazing they look. Deafening Clarion. Okay. Right, if we get a land, do we? How do we do? No land. Go for Helga. Swing in. Down to 10. Okay. And they've still got so many spells. 4, 5, 6. If they get one more land, they can give a Virtue as well, which is terrifying. That is going to be very terrifying. Does it target from a graveyard? Okay. Ah, we can't go for this. That's really sad. Gain protection from everything. From a graveyard. We just needed one more land. Swing both. Because then we can deal an extra 1 damage here. Down to 5. Guess we go for that as well. And the Teferi's protection should, in theory, make us win. I can't guarantee it. What even is there? They've got Sigarda. They've got literally nothing. Does this work? A player Let's just see if that works. I don't know. I don't know if it protects graveyards. Okay, well, they get a solemn. Midnight clock's at 10. I can kind of see why Crate Hoof was in the original build now, because if we did get it, then it means that it would give the boost to all our guys, even the Mystics and the Bramble Familiar, to, you know, kill them all. I just realised this also says spells can't be countered. That's crazy. Luckily, this doesn't stop what we want to do. Hopefully. So it can't be countered, but they can kill the Vorinclex in response. No way, was that it? Oh, that sucks. That was awful. Why is it that whenever I play Last March of the Ents, I get 3 lands? Oh, that's so sad. And we can't even attack now because they're going to give something else indestructible. Oh, that's so embarrassing. We drew 6 cards, and what was that? 3 of them were lands? I honestly don't know what to say, guys. I honestly don't know what to say. I feel like we're getting absolutely screwed here. And they get 7 fresh cards, which are probably going to have any number of board wipes. And the board wipe will absolutely annihilate us because they've got Boromir and Arwen. And they've got Virtue of Persistence. So they'll kill all of our creatures. And they will keep all of theirs. And we have nothing, really. I mean, we've got Vorinclex, but is that enough? Probably not. They probably have a kill spell right now. And they've put in back into their deck all of the cards they just used to kill us with. So, but they are on 4. So that's something, I guess. And they have a File of Galadriel. Basically, somehow, every single one of their bases is covered. They've got Hexproof on all their other permanents. They've got Indestructible on all their creatures. They've got Indestructible on 2 creatures here. They can return creatures back, so they can technically do Boromir over and over again. And they've got the File in case their life goes too low. Fantastic. And of course, they have File combined with Bloody Kenrith. Couldn't be any worse. Sunfall. I mean, that is oddly good, but I probably just want to try and flip this. I mean, if this doesn't work, I don't know. We'll see. Are we going to get anything good here? Oh, it's just going to be lands. 2 things. Okay. Could be. Okay, that was pretty good. Getting all the lands out of our deck. I guess we should be grateful for that. Flowering as well. I don't know what to do. Discard a card, return it to a hand. Cure? Cure into flowering, maybe? Untap Great Henge. Well, they're going to kill it in response. Cyclone Rift, of course. son of a bitch. Okay, fine. That's not good. If you hadn't guessed by now. Choose cards to keep, it's that low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That guy is a son of a bitch. And we've just discarded loads of stuff as well, so they can get anything they want. My only hope here is basically Sunfall, just to take the piss. That's all I want to do. Just Sunfall. Because none of their things can protect from exile everything. I kind of want them to go for Kenrith and tap out. Search for anything. God, if they go for a Creator Who for something themselves, I'm going to be pretty pissed. 6, 7. How do you guys even feel playing something like this? Like, it's so soul-crushing, isn't it? It really is. Especially when you just want to try something different. The thing I don't mind people using powerful decks, but when I've got 500-ish videos and every one of my opponents is the same power, it just gets old. And now they're using Emergent Ultimatum. So they tutored for a tutor. Get rid of the Atali. Well, do you know what the funny thing is? We still can actually get around this with the Sunfall. So they get Avacyn and 2 more lands. I'd rather they had the Primeval Titan than the Atali. And the Avacyn is just funny because we can exile everything anyway. Okay, World Tree. It's just like their deck is the most generic thing I've ever seen in existence of humanity. Come on, man. Let me just have a good game with someone's deck. And you know what, Red Hawk? I still love this deck. There is nothing wrong with this deck. It's just they have been stupendously lucky. And, yeah. You know how it is. You've been here for the whole game, so... Oh, boy. It's pretty common now. Stuff like this. And I said it before. I don't mind powerful stuff. Just kill me with different powerful stuff, you know? How much mana do they have open? 1. Next thing you're going to tell me is they have a counter spell for what we're about to do, right? Let's see. Do they have a counter? They probably do, right? Who am I kidding? Was it going to be Pact? Okay, creatures get indestructible. Nice. What's that going to do? So you did that. Yep. Anything else? Right. Okay. Nice. And now we actually have kind of like a threat, right? As if we don't have double green for the Great Henge. That's kind of crazy as well. This is actually a really legit, like, kill spell here, because they're going to need to block this next turn. Try and go for Helga, because although it probably would have been a bit better to... and you know what? I've just realised it probably would have been better to actually just... Well, there's saying that if we transform this, we would have controlled it since our upkeep, right? So doesn't that mean this can... I don't know. We'll see. What other atrocities can they possibly have? We've just exiled all of their things. Golos! Oh, why not? Why not have free spells? So now we have to deal with this. Flippin' hell. Go on then, do your thing. Top 3. Come on, just give them something crap. We can't target them. Piranhas. And Pock. You are joking me. Oh, that's so infuriating. Oh, that's so annoying. And we can't get past. God damn it. It just never ends, does it? It just never ends. Two forests. I just don't know where the hell they're getting all their cards from. Oh, okay. Rift. Maybe we can... Interesting. Alright, we'll see what they do. We have our own Rift. They can steal creatures. They can do... Ah! Titan. Destroying the henge. Oh, no. Okay, no, it's fine. Cyclonic Rift Overloaded doesn't target. It says each. So what we need them to do is basically tap out and not win. Which is not impossible. But they have so much land. 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17. Italy. We shuffled that back in and they still got it. That's mad. And they get more card draw. As if they needed it. Lord have mercy on me. This is mental. Please just tap out 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And of course all these extra treasures that just residually come out of nowhere. Okay. Oh god. Valky. So they can play... I guess they can play Valky for its 7 mana side. Right? Which means they're going to see the Cyclonic Rift now. That really sucks. Oh no, they're going for that side.
Trickery is just
okay.
a hobby. Chaos is my career.
Huh, interesting. Man, if they kill the Helga, then we just dive for the myth with the myth. Oh, actually, we don't do it because we can just flip the 7/7 as well. I guess we just do this here to scare him. Like, I'd rather them kill this here and use their mana now. Oh, they had the Passagiu as well. Seriously, though. They just have everything. At least we get to see all the cards on our deck. Not that we can do anything with them. What's the downside of us taking that then? The Cyclonic Rift will be able to bounce everything. This then becomes a regular creature. I don't think a Rift is gonna help anymore. Because we don't have any way to kill them. It would have been super nice before. If we can resolve this, then we get double mana. Interesting. 3. So we got 10 mana. I guess we can glimpse and have 8 mana up in their upkeep. Oh, no more mana left. When's the best time to do this? Yeah, in their upkeep. So we'll let them choose a creature, actually, because it could be... Okay. And then we'll overload. And if they use all their mana, then it means that it's all going to be tapped with Vorinclex. So they tap it now. That's not necessarily a bad thing. curious. They're going to activate Golos before it goes back to hand, maybe. But then, if they do get permanence, they will go back anyway. So I don't really know. Oh, this is crazy. There better be something good because they ain't getting the mana back for a while, at least. Oh, the animation for each individual trigger is really painful. I've pressed resolve all, but it still goes through every single thing. Alishnorn and a Heartless Act. Come on, man. Goddamn Heartless Act. Why do they have to have that? I suppose they'll be discarding stuff, right? Because they've used... they're not going to be able to play everything. So that's actually going to take 3 of their lands offline as well. It's such a shame when they got the Heartless Act. They got one of the 3 was a kill spell. God, I just can't catch a break, guys. I honestly think that was probably the last bastion of hope we really had. Elishnorn. For free, no less. Oh, and a Natali, because why not? Oh, you're joking. And they get a Zopendrel. Mate, honestly. I think we're just going to see the next card of our deck and then we're just going to move on from there. And a Dark Ritual. Every single card they could have used, they've used. That's going to haunt me for the rest of my days. 4 damage. How can we deal 4 damage to them? Is there a spell in the deck that deals 4? I honestly don't think there is. Even a Questing Beast would struggle to get past all them buggers. Oh, and a Mythweaver Pot. I am just in disbelief at how much shit they've played. And I'm also in disbelief that people are still running net decks like this. Just unbelievable. Really is. It's just like every other Kenrith deck I've ever seen, ever. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Red Hawk. I really tried. The algorithm's just so screwed, man. Every single person I face is just what you're seeing here. And they're still playing as if they think that we have a chance to win. I don't know. I just feel like just discard anything at this point, right? They can see 2 of the cards in our hand. It really doesn't matter. And they've still got cards to play. We're just dead. We're just so dead. Yeah, cool. That's game. There's nothing we can do. We tried our best. I'm sorry, Red Hawk. I tried so hard. But nevertheless, I still think it's a good deck. I just hope you have better luck yourself. I feel like part of the issue may be that we also have really crazy cards in the deck as well. But I just feel as though I got really unlucky. I mean, look at this. Look at this. But yeah, I really love Helga. And you know what? I still bought one on eBay despite what happened. But again, it's nothing to do with the deck. The deck's great fun. I still reckon you should craft it. I just hope you have better luck than me, people who are watching. And don't forget, if you like the format of the video, if you like me going through your deck list and you want me to make a video for you, then please check out my Patreon links below and Ko-fi links below where you can get me to do a custom video for you. Just look at the details. And Red Hawk, once again, thank you so much for giving me this deck idea. I've got one more for you, so hopefully next time that's not going to be so unlucky, the opponents. So Red Hawk wants me to also make a Tiamat deck. That's going to be cool. Update in 2024. So let's see how that goes. And just wish me luck. I don't have to face a deck like this, because when I see decks like this, it just makes me feel like shit, honestly. I don't deserve this, do I, guys? I just don't. I made over 500 and so creative decks on this channel, mostly creative. And I just want to see likewise, you know, that's all I'm asking. But at least I enjoyed using Helga, which is it's saying a lot, because at this point, like, using other decks, I think it would have been pretty soul crushing. But it was nice to see, like, oh, top deck, what can I get? What can I get? And there's one thing about me is perseverance. A lot of people tell me they'll just quit as soon as they see Kenrith or something, but there's always that chance. But I'm starting to think, I don't know. I mean, look at this. Anyway, that's enough moaning about this deck. We all know Arena's shit, but we all still play it for some reason. Until next time, Red Hawk, thank you so much. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.